Hold on, I'm grabbing it.
Yes, yes. It's gonna be very interesting because this stream is so late. Who's your turn at? But we'll give it a
I'm gonna
minute
just,
here. Hmm?
I'm gonna just copy this.
I see, I see.
There you go. I just copied what I said the other time.
Works.
So which president is this? So I can grab the book.
We're not on any of the things yet.
Why did I do that?
Pump the brakes a second. Hold on. Alright, hello, hello. Are we working? Is everything good? Is anyone here? Hello.
I'm
Welcome.
watching it. Yay, somebody else joined us. Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome to history. You're gonna be a Lord.
It's not really history, more just reading SCP history and also just
You
going over.
found the history facts. We're doing that.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have history facts, but let's not go into extraneous detail of, like, George Washington's fucking pubes or some shit.
Oh no, they have a piece of his hair.
Ugh. That's a weird thing to hear from someone.
But what's that? Thomas Jefferson, a piece of Thomas Jefferson's hair.
Star-eyed child. Child of the galaxy. Oh yeah, Star-eyed child is one of the fucking SCPs, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing history-based ones, and I have one. Hold on, let me count how many books I've got right here. Just in case we do a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next to me.
Yes. Hello, now that people have filtered in, I'll start explaining fully. So, we're going to be going over a bunch of different history-based SCPs, and Major is going to talk about the real-world history that they're attached to,
Yeah.
with little
Does
tidbits
anybody
and
want to hear,
stuff.
does anybody want to hear the story? Since we might not get to this one while he's looking. Anybody want to hear this story about the skeletons found under one of Benjamin Franklin's homes? Of one of the founding. Because I like this story.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the number for Ronald Reagan being cut up while stalking is.
Okay, well, you find that. Benjamin Franklin owned a home in London.
SCP-RPG?
Benjamin Franklin owned a
Oh,
home in
is
London.
this the one?
And
Yes, it is.
after he died, like 200 years later, they found skeletons in the basement of said home. Because they turned it into a museum after he died. Like 20 or more skeletons.
Hold on, I'm just gonna look up.
I'm telling a story while you're doing all that. Shut up. Anyway, they didn't know where the skeletons come from. They thought he was either a mass murderer or he was doing the illegal thing they did back then, which was grave robbing. Because he was a scientist. So they looked into the history of that home and realized he lived with a medical student.
Ah,
I'm
here
not
it
going.
is.
I'm not going into his name. Hold on. Shut up. I'm still telling the story.
Alright.
And then this guy was also attached to the medical student who was the, I guess, teacher. And it was found that there were like a bunch of skeletons, child skeletons, adult skeletons, elderly skeletons. It was found that those two, that the protege and the teacher, were grave robbing and buried them under his house since Benjamin Franklin lived with the student. And that's how they figured out why the skeletons were there under Benjamin Franklin's house. That's not the full story. That's just like a little version of it.
Yeah. Anyway, I found the SCP that we're gonna go over. First one.
Which is this one?
SCP-1981.
And
Ronald
this is
Reagan
about.
cut up while talking. So,
Okay.
let me get better positioned for this. And hydrated. Alright, so gotta get into the meat of the stream. Alright. Item number SCP-1981. Object class safe.
Wait, 1981.
I said 1981.
That was one of the years he served.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Wait a minute,
Yes,
I got my poke.
that is the joke. Yes. Anyway, I will continue now. Special containment procedures. SCP-1981 is to be kept inside a secure video storage unit at the media archive of Site blank. I'm just gonna go redacted whenever there's like black box there. So let me start again. Special containment procedures. SCP-1981 is to be kept inside a secure video storage unit at media archive of Site redacted. When in use, SCP-1981 should not be removed from its casing or exposed to any strong magnetic sources. A Betamax home video system with an analog television has been provided in Observation Theater 02 at Site Redacted, as well as video equipment to record viewings. My honest reaction when SCP articles pull out the censored card. True enough. Anyway, description. SCP-1981 is a standard Betamax tape. Ronald Reagan cut up while talking. Sick. What does sick mean? I never realized what sick means. That's weird. Anyway, Ronald Reagan cut up while talking has been handwritten on the adhesive sticker in felt tip pen. Laboratory analysis indicates that SCP-1981 is made of ordinary material, and the serial numbers correspond with home cassette tapes produced in September of 1980. SCP-1981 was initially encountered by a filling clerk in the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in 1991, who, upon watching it, alerted the police with the intent to find the tape's creator and press obscenity charges. A low-level police investigation was conducted, at which point the Foundation was alerted and secured SCP-1981. Class A amnestics were administered before Redacted could be notified. Further investigation of the library's records by Foundation personnel failed to yield any leads on SCP-1981's origins. SCP-1981 appears to be a home video recording of former United States President Ronald Reagan delivering his Evil Empire speech to the National Association of Evangelicals? That is a weird way of saying
Hold on. Let me
that.
turn my screen so I can see what you're trying to.
What?
I give up. I can't read. What the fuck? What the hell is that word?
I have no idea. At Sheraton Twin Towers Hotel, Orlando, Florida, on 3/8/1983. However, at 1 minute and 10 seconds, the speech begins to deviate heavily, eventually resembling no known speech ever made by Reagan. Beginning at approximately 5 minutes, multiple incisions, lacerations, and penetration wounds can be seen being slowly inflicted through, though no corresponding source of these wounds is visible. Despite suffering bodily harm that would likely incapacitate an ordinary person, Reagan will continue to deliver his speech until either his vocal cords are severed or the tape degrades to static at 22:34. 22 minutes, 34 seconds, I should say. Upon rewinding SCP-1981, the initiating playback, Reagan will deliver an entirely new speech, often radically different from the ones previously observed. Topics have included torture, the ritual sacrifice of and ritual sacrifice. Trauma inflicted upon Reagan also appears to be divergent, with impalement, genital mutilation, and redacted having all been observed. In roughly 1 in 7 viewings of SCP-1981, a figure cloaked in black robes with a conical hood will have replaced a random member of Reagan's press detail, henceforth referred to as 1981-1. The significance of the appearance of SCP-1981-1 is currently unknown. The speeches delivered by Reagan are mostly incoherent, lacking any sort of underlying thematic structure, and largely being composed of nonsensical anecdotes and parables. However, occasionally references are made to future events that Reagan could not possibly have known about or predicted, such as the September 11th terrorist attacks and the result of 2008 Russian elections, and redacted. For this reason, rigorous time and effort has been devoted to recording the speech delivered on each playback. Attempts to replicate SCP-1981 onto similar Betamax tapes have met with failure. However, cameras used to record television SCP-1981 is broadcasted on have succeeded in capturing individual playbacks. Any observations performed on SCP-1981 must be recorded on the camcorder provided and delivered for subsequent review to Dr. B. Redacted, project supervisor. Years of natural magnetic interference have severely degraded SCP-1981's signal quality, making it even more difficult to sift meaningful information from playbacks. Additionally, the gruesome nature of the mutilations performed upon Reagan has been described as extremely disturbing, and for this reason, it is recommended that any personnel feeling squeamish or ill after playback visit the on-site psychiatry facility for a level 3 evaluation. As Ronald Reagan was alive at the time of SCP-1981's containment, a surveillance net was deployed to establish any relation between him and SCP-1981. No known connection was developed through though Reagan would frequently complain about nightmares before his mental state degraded due to Alzheimer's. I see. Oh, I see Magwag has found the description for sick.
Okay.
Sick used in brackets after copied or
My
quoted
turn.
word that appears. Let me read the thing. Hold on. Sick used in brackets after a copied or quoted word that appears odd or erroneous. To show that the word is quoted exactly as it stands in the original, as in a story must hold a child's interest and enrich his sick life, or a hero of intent sick Rome. Oh, I see. Well, that's SCP-1981.
All right, my turn. My turn. My turn.
I'm not gonna go into reading these excerpts from the video files, because that's gonna be way longer.
Okay, shut up.
Street.
Ronald Reagan, U.S. President of the United States. 40th President. 40th here, people. And he served from, hold on, let me read these. Hold on. He served from 1981 and 1989, which also, did you know he was an actor? He's, he's been in a lot of movies. He also played one of the presidents in American Psycho while he was president, mind you. He played, I actually got to look this up. It's American Psycho, and I've seen that many times. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's great. It's got Christian Bale in it.
But yeah, that is one of the weirder SCPs right there. Just
Yeah.
entire.
He was also sad thing. He was one of the only presidents known to have Alzheimer's. Confirmed Alzheimer's. Because he died in 2004. Actually, when is his birthday? February 6th, 1911. So if he made it to 2011, he would have been 100. But no, he was, let me do math. He was 93.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now. Let's see here. Now there's a bunch more. But I'm trying to remember what exactly are some of them. I don't remember any of the numbers for the presidential based SCPs. Anyone in chat?
I kind of found one, but it's kind of weird. What the hell? That's not funny.
What?
SCP
SCP what?
27. I don't know. It's supposed to. They replaced the one with a 1770 instead of 1776. It's two. I guess 2776. I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, they're not gonna be. They're not all going to be puns on the years that they served.
It is a pun technically.
So 2176.
2776. They take away the one, and because it's not 1776.
Okay, 2776 is Mr. President. Is that a presidential SCP?
Yes, it's based off of George Washington.
Oh, there is one just based off of George Washington. No, I didn't know another one. This one I have not actually read. How long is this one? Holy shit. Okay, this one's gonna take a little bit. Alright, this is gonna be a bit of a longer read. It's also one I never read, so it's gonna be a bit of a different read. Also, what the hell? The Foundation, Department of Containment. Oh, it's part of the Department of Containment series. Alright.
I got plenty on George Washington.
Yeah, long ass text. Like, holy shit, this description alone.
Just like size it down. Like,
I'm gonna size it
or do
down.
you want me to?
I got it. Okay. Item number SCP-2776. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-2776 is to be contained in a high-security, lead-lined humanoid domicile with at Area 11. Area 11. I'll have to look that up on the map of things. No fewer than 4 heavily armed security personnel are to be stationed outside of the domicile. In the event of an attempted breach of containment, security personnel are first to achieve the Wennis-Newton electromagnet located beneath the domicile. If SCP-2776 manages to disable the device or leave its area of influence, security personnel are to attempt to subdue SCP-2776 using Class 3 live shock charges. Should SCP-2776 manage to escape the confines of the primary containment structure, security personnel are authorized to apply lethal force to prevent a full breach of containment. In order to prevent any attempts at breaching containment, SCP-2776 must be made to believe the following information, regardless of whether or not it's true. The United States of America exists as a free democracy. Great Britain is what? Citizenry? It's Great Britain, it's citizenry, or any party originating within its borders does not pose a threat to the safety and stability of America or any of its assets. The French Republic exists and is not threatened by the United Kingdom. Failure to ensure that SCP-2776 is not exposed to anything that contradicts this information above, the information above will activate 2776 and will likely result in a containment breach. Okay. Now for the interesting part. Description: SCP-2776 is a humanoid automaton bearing the aged likeness of deceased senior British Army officer George Washington, which held the office of President of the United States from April 30th, 1789 to March 4th, 1797. For more information about the origin of SCP-2776, please see Addendum 2776.3. SCP-2776 consists of several features which fit the technological capabilities of the time during which it is believed to have been created, including a crude iron skull, wooden support struts, glass eyes, and the mid 18th century dental prosthesis. However, SCP-2776 also consists of many additional highly advanced features, such as a smooth carbon base skin layer, kinetically restraint armored plating within the chest, a small fusion reactor to supply power to the assembly, and a currently unknown information processing unit within the skull made entirely of graphene. The outer flesh of SCP-2776, as well as the hair and nails, are all organic and are resistant to decay. The primary mechanical driver of SCP-2776 is an electric motor situated in the upper chest cavity, but power can be directly administered to any of SCP-2776's facilities from the nuclear core by way of superheated wiring that interacts in some way with an unknown mechanical system within SCP-2776's skeleton. This is believed to be the main driving power behind most of SCP-2776's anomalous capabilities, but due to the sheer power output of SCP-2776 is capable of during activation, it is believed that the power must be originating from another source within SCP-2776. Research into this is ongoing. SCP-2776 has two primary modes of operation. The first is a low-energy default mode. Within SCP-2776, expends relatively low, very little energy, and exhibits signs of sapience and sentience. SCP-2776 believes that it is George Washington, born in Virginia, British American, and was at one point the commander-in-chief of the Central Army, and later the President of the United States. SCP-2776 is unable to justify its automatic automatonic makeup. I've never seen the word automatonic written down. I've heard it spoken, but I've never seen it written down. Damn. Stating that it has always been this way. The secondary mode of operation, a high energy mode, is activated only when SCP-2776 encounters information that contradicts the three pieces of information presented above. When it is activated, when in this activated mode, SCP-2776 data expunged. See addendum 2776.4 for more information. Well, that's the thing. Okay, now we're to the addendums. Addendum 2776.1. Discovery. SCP-2776 was first discovered during a 2007 raid on Marshall, Carter, and Dark. Distributor acting out of... a Marshall, Carter, and Dark distributor acting out of Roanoke, Virginia. During the raid, several documents were uncovered describing the existence of a dangerous anomalous object located in Fairfax County, Virginia. Mobile Task Force Beta 24 pioneers were dispatched to source security object located below the Fairfax campus of George Mason University. Okay, below is an excerpt from the MTF field report. In the back of the facility building, we found a covered access shaft no wider than half a meter or less. We measured the depth at about 10 meters and descended single file. The walkway tunnel below was... do you ever just blink and lose your spot when reading? I just did that. Hold on, where was it? Okay. The walkway tunnel below was tall enough that we didn't need to crouch, but not wide enough to stand side by side. As we approached the end of the hall, Thomas noted that there were several side tunnels which looked to have been collapsed at some point. There was a gas lighting system in place as well, but it looked inoperable. At the end of the hall was a single door with 3 sliding bolt locks about as thick as my arm. The door was made of iron, and the bolts themselves were rusted shut. So we had to wait to get a torch down and to cut through it. Once we did, we opened the door and found door to the room he was in. It wasn't any bigger than a standard containment cell here. Maybe a little higher. Furnishings were scarce. but it was homey. Walls were paneled wood and papered. Floor was hardwood. A carpet, small bookshelf, and a nightstand. A few gas lanterns, and him lying on the bed. Might as well have been dead to the world. Didn't move an inch when we walked in. He was hooked up to this machine that through a big through these big copper pipes. Really steampunk. Definitely didn't fit the appearance of the rest of the room. As we were setting up lights in the room, Avery tripped on one of the pipes and jarred it loose. He woke up when it disconnected. None of us recognized him at first, because he doesn't really look like he does in the pictures. He introduced himself, and we thought he was full of shit. I didn't even believe it until I saw the stuff they pulled from the raid, and even now I'm still not sure whether he was down there for so long, for a long time. After a quick status check and rundown, we got him moved out to a secure vehicle and shipped to Site 23. He was cooperative the whole time, didn't say much, didn't seem very sure about the car, but we assured him it was we assured him he was fine. Okay, addendum 2776.2 interview. The following interview took place shortly after SCP-2776 was processed by containment specialists at Site 23.
I'm not reading for the SCP.
What?
I'm also reading it too.
Ah, okay. Okay. Then I'll be Dr. Richards then?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
And to you.
Do you know where you are?
I do not, though I find that I must not know many things after all I have seen today.
Did the men you spoke to earlier say anything about what we do at this facility?
They use the word containment liberally. I assume this is a prison.
No, not a prison. More like a laboratory for research.
Am I a subject?
For the time being, yes. Do you know what year it is?
I believe I believe it was December. Yes, I was ill and the physicians were. I believe Martha was there as well. Where is she?
Some time has passed since your reported death. I'm afraid. 200 years. Are you alright?
I don't. The Lord should have taken me. I remember the feeling. I remember feeling the life leaving my body. I spoke for the last time and then darkness. I do not understand.
During our initial inspection, we noted several abnormal parts of your physiology, features that were not human. It is possible that a malfunction of your power supply activated some kind of emergency power reserve system, gave you your internal mechanisms time to rip.
Oh wait, shit. Hold on.
You interrupt me.
What? Power supply mechanisms. Speak now. What are you implying?
You are, as far as we can tell, animatronic, a machine.
Yes, but Martha, she never. By the way, Martha Washington was his wife. If none of you know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What?
SCP-2776 does not respond to further questioning. SCP-2776 remained unresponsive throughout the remainder of its processing examinations and only began speaking once reaching containment at Site 70.
Hold on. Hold on. I'd like to read this from the comments. Peak voice acting. That was terrible, and everybody knows it. I tried to act like he does because it says
I
in a
was
book.
not trying. Thank you very much.
No,
I also don't know
they
what
talk
voice I
about.
should give Dr. Richards.
Well, I'm talking about his mannerisms, so I tried giving him his mannerisms that I've read in a book he had. How he spoke to people naturally.
Okay. Addendum 2776.3. Recovered documents. The following documents were recovered during a raid on Marshall Carter and Dark distributor in Roanoke, Virginia, United States.
Roanoke
T.
don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Roanoke the fucking missing thing?
That's
Wasn't
the
it
Roanoke
lost?
colony. They arrived way before Washington did, and way before he was alive.
Random just woke up in the middle of the night. What did you miss? Well, you missed the Ronald Reagan cut up while talking SCP, and now we're on SCP-2776, which is
Based on
apparently
George Washington.
robotic George Washington.
And I'm giving facts about the U.S. presidents
Which
afterwards.
actually, I'm realizing there's a lot of robotic SCPs that are based off of like United States history, because I know there's an entire one that's just an entire one of the events from uh the Revolutionary War, constantly recreated every day by robots. All right. Where was I? Ah, yes. T. I understand your concerns, and my fellows in Boston share them. We do not simply lack the firepower to mount any kind of assault, domestic or foreign, with any chance of success. As much is this much is certain. Through my communications with EH, as mentioned in our previous correspondence, there is a gentleman in my colleague's acquaintance who may prove invaluable to our cause. He is a professor of the sciences and is working on no small number of truly remarkable projects. It is advised my colleague I have advised my colleague to seek his counsel immediately, and we can begin discussions with him once we have an agreement among ourselves. I await your reply, J.
I got this one because it is kind of long. You can read the short ones.
I'm already developing a bit of a theory with this bit here.
Okay, but I'll read this one. Give me a minute.
All right. I will.
Let me take a sip of water.
Yes, I'm also gonna drink a cup of water.
All right, here we go, Mr. Ptolemy. As we have discussed before, it is imperative, for the sake of a believable product that I am supplied with, the likeliness of one who would most fittingly take up the mantle you are intending the machine to hold. U.S. President, by the way. This is the most imperative step, as a misstep here will ruin any credibility the final product has. What the fuck? The final decision is yours. Of course, the apparatus can be modified to fit whomever you choose. However, if I were to make a recommendation, there is a young officer from Virginia who has recently taken ill after combat at the mono. Hell, I can't fucking read that word.
The
If I am,
Monongahela, I'm gonna say.
yeah, that. If I am not mistaken, it is believed he will not see the month's end. By the way, he might be talking about the smallpox he had.
Yeah.
Had smallpox like twice. See the month's end. A tragedy, no doubt, but a young officer with anti-imperial sentiments is a fine basis to start with. The officer is one George Washington, and he serves with General Braddock, which is a real person, by the way. Cool dude. In the Ohio country, you must reach him before he passes and ensure that he drinks the pre- preparatory tea I am sending along to you in this correspondence. This will ease his passing and ensure that the vital instruments of his being remain intact. Once you have a corpse, remove it in silence. None must know of his passing. Pack him in the manner I have explained, and have it sent to me on the next ship bound for France. I will do the rest. He will need a wife upon his return, someone you can trust to maintain him. His wounds will not hurt him, but they will be visible. She will need to understand his inner mechanisms and be able to make adjustments to them as needed. I have one such woman in my employ and am willing to have her accompany him back to Virginia. He will also need an estate where he can go to be in private. You will be your battlefield commander and inspire confidence within your numbers, but he cannot be seen publicly, or we risk shattering the illusion if he is inspected upon too closely. It will be preferable if this estate is near a river for other mechanical reasons. I will accompany him when he returns as well. See to it that the preparations are made, and you will have your commander, yours truly, Durand. Or Durand, whatever. But shit,
Durand.
shut up. That is a common name. I've heard it before.
I know, but I'm trying to think of any Durands I know from SCP lore, because we're already getting Marshall Carter and Dark. They're a big player in the SCP lore.
Okay, great.
T. I have seen him with mine own eyes, and he is glorious, no less of a man than I have ever beheld. Even upon close inspection, the man Durand did not lie to us. This is our general, and our king if need be. He resides now within his estate in Mount Vernon with his wife, the woman Martha, who accompanied Durand from France. She is a thing of wonder herself. I have never seen a woman so adept at handling the intricate manners of machinery as she. I suspect she may have assisted Durand with the assembly of our Mr. Washington. The time is coming soon when we will need to begin. I have spoken to Benjamin, and he supports a move forward. Contact the Philadelphia men, and we may begin putting the wheels in motion. J. Mr.
Okay.
Tulliver, your fears are unsubstantiated. I have never seen that word written down in my entire goddamn life. What the hell? Your fears are unsubstantiated. I am happy to report I know these early losses may be difficult to take, but they are necessary to deliver a beloved believable outcome.
I need to read next time.
A landslide victory resulting in few American deaths is preferable, yes, but unbelievable. And this is the more important thing. Do not forget it. If the tides of battle turn away from you, do not be concerned. Mr. Washington will not lose the war, and you will have your independence. Yours truly, Durand. They were probably complaining about the first losses he had.
Yep. Okay, great. Are we done yet? No. My turn. What? I'm excited.
Hold on.
What?
There's
We're gonna do some fun.
two other addendums. Hold on. Let me see what they are. Incident report.
Oh hell no! We're not reading a fucking instant.
2776.4 incident report. What
Shut
happened?
up.
This is my first time reading this SCP as well, so I'm gonna want to know what the fuck's going on. Why is he dangerous? He was made to be the. He was made to just replace Washington apparently, because he died early.
Can I just sum it down, please? Dear Lord.
How about you read it? You want to, you...
Alright, I'm not reading all of that. I'm just going to sum it down. Okay, so in 2009, a distress signal was received, blah, 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 and
You didn't
a
even read off
task
the
force.
mobile task
Shut up.
force names.
The Task Force Alpha 19 Romeo and Juliet. They were dispatched, and they believed, hey, guess what? There was a breach. Oh no! At
You're
10.
horrible at summarizing this.
Shut up! Leave me alone! Fine, you fucking summarize it there. Fuck you.
I'm not gonna summarize. I'm just gonna read the damn thing as quick as possible.
Actually, you know what? Let me do that because I can. On
That's
February
what I was asking you to do.
15, 2009 at 0946 local time, which was 9:46 a.m. A distress signal was received from isolated site 70. Mobile Task Force Alpha 19 Romeo and Juliet was dispatched to assist in containing what was believed to be a possible breach of containment. At 10:12 local time, an updated distress signal was received, containing images of destruction. An estimated body count and a general request for additional aid, MTF Alpha 30 and Gamma 10 were both mobilized from sites 19 and 23 respectively. At 11:32 local time, MTF A19 reported live combat with an unknown entity. MTF A19 continued to report live combat for another hour until NTF G10 arrived. Of the 15 members of A19, only 3 survived. Damn. MTF G10 arrived with the assistance of air superiority, managed to bring down the unidentified entity, which had at this point leveled Site 70 and caused death of no fewer than 85 research and security staff members, as well as the majority of MTF A19. Shortly after the arrival of MTF A30, it was discovered that the entity in question was SCP 2776, which was shortly moved to a maximum
Maximum
security.
security containment.
Shut up. To continue.
To await further
Huh,
processing.
Yeah, that. An investigation into the breach of containment was launched, and it was discovered that SCP-2776 first began to show abnormal behavior after watching a television program describing a recent buyout of an American telecom company by a British media. Oh shit. Company. SCP-2776's internal temperature immediately spiked to 400 degrees Celsius. Look that up.
That's
Began
extremely hot.
Yeah, it began to emit massive amounts of gamma radiation from its core. SCP-2776 then underwent a series of psychological changes. A series of high-powered energy-emitting devices, which until then had been located within the entity's arms, burst through the skin. The entity's back opened to reveal an incinerating weapon. Dear Lord, it is a flamethrower. Side of the face open to reveal some kind of gas vent that began propelling a thick white smoke. Shit. SCP-2776 then began to move along a path which trajectory analysis concluded it would lead to London, England. So he's still pissed after 200 years to London, England, and met all resistance to its approach with police control force. Individuals who approached SCP-2776 were either caught in the range of its energy-emitting devices or incinerating device, fucking flamethrower, and those who grew too close would succumb to the effects of the white gas, which appeared to coat individuals in a fine layer of liquid mist. Ew! Biological material covered in the mist did not seem to be able to cease life functions until the mist had dissipated. It was later discovered that one of the energy emitting devices was designed solely to cause cancer in the biological subject. Oh my god! That
God.
through its area of influence. The effects of this were only discovered during autopsies of the afflicted individuals, as the subjects in question did not live long enough for their condition to develop. After the events of February 15th, 2009, SCP-2776 was moved to its current location on Area 11. That's not fucking funny. On site, per- personnel hold on. On-site personnel have noted a significant change in behavior since SCP-2776 was initially activated, as SCP-2776 no longer attempts to socialize or communicate with researchers in any way unless questioned directly, and does not address Foundation staff unless to request food, water, or a Bible for study, the latter of which has been denied. So basically, he hates the British still, which is understandable because he hated the British when he died too.
Yeah.
And
Oh, hello, Pearl.
oh my god. Okay, so is it my turn, or are we gonna read the rest? Do I have to read this fast? Because I can do that,
Oh,
but
hey, we get to. I'll be the
no,
doctor
we're
again.
not. Yeah. No, no. My turn for George Washington.
Hold on. Let's just. This is short as hell. What do you mean? These
Oh
are just a
wait, we
few
gotta
lines.
read. Oh, we gotta read something. Okay, go ahead. I'll...
How are you? I'm okay. How are you, Pearl? This is the SCP. This SCP is one reason why I won't work for SCP. True, true. There's a lot of SCPs that are reasons why I would not work for the SCP.
Human.
Anyway, the following interview was conducted on March 19th, 2009. I'll be playing Dr. York.
I will be
Do you,
SCP-2776.
do you know anything about your abnormal physiology?
Gobble gobble.
Garbled.
Shut up! I said
Uh,
gobble gobble.
garbled would be like, "Oh."
I don't give a shit. I'm gobbling for that shit.
You need to speak up. I said, do you know anything about your abnormal physiology?
Gobble gobble.
What?
For we must make save this great democracy.
Oh, he's just constantly quoting things from his stuff. All right. Who built you?
And the rivers will run red with the blood of Patriots' defenders.
God, I lost my place. We're getting nowhere with this aside. Can you get someone in here with a?
Oh, for so long as I draw breath, the empire on which the sun never set shall not hold authority over this great nation, a nation of...
SCP-2776. You are risking termination if you are unable to cooperate with us further. Who created you?
laws, not kings.
Somebody get down there and see if we can't convince him to cooperate.
And by the grace of God Almighty, I will be the law.
Oh, he just. Oh wait, this is when he activated his thing. This is the day the incident happened.
Oh fuck, dear
So
Lord
he, so
Jesus
that's what
Christ!
he's doing when he fucking activates his shit.
Don't let him watch British television. Are we ready? Can I start George Washington stuff now?
Okay, but why do so many SCP writings contain lots of writing? Because that's the entire point of the SCP Foundation in the first place, buddy.
Okay. So for those who weren't here or don't want to go back, he's reading the SCPs based on presidents, and I'm factually giving facts about them because I know presidents.
Alright, go for it.
Okay. George Washington, 1789 to 1797. Let's go on his birthday. No, he was also a founding father and one of the first to sign the Declaration of Independence. Where is my book? Give me. like 2 seconds.
I thought you were prepared for this.
Shut up.
You had so much time to prepare for reading about George Washington. That took like a long time.
I already know stuff about it. He was born 1732, February 22nd, in Westmoreland County, which I think that still exists. December 14th, 1799 is when he passed away. Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon was his home. He liked that place a lot. He talked about it in some of his writings. He lived there with Martha. He did not have any of his own biological children. He had stepchildren, which came from Martha's first husband. Yeah. Sad. This is about to get real sad. He had a stepdaughter. His stepdaughter had epilepsy. Fuck. One day when the daughter was like in her teen years, he had a bad epileptic fit and passed away in his arms. He was so sad.
Oh,
So
that's fun.
sad. But what he died of, let's go with what he died of. He died of epiglottitis, but also possibly bloodletting, because they believe that still worked. Yeah.
Yeah, that was still in the era of bloodletting, yeah.
Yep. Because they were like, we gotta balance the humors, we gotta all this violent stuff, we gotta balance it. Yeah, epiglottitis is like inflammation of like the dangly thing in your throat. And it got so bad they had thought they had to bloodlet. So yeah, they bloodlet. Not a good idea. If he would have rested and drank water and all that, he most likely would have lived, as most doctors say now. Yeah, so there on George Washington. He was first president. Oh, fun fact, they were also going to make him king.
Before he decided no kings.
Yeah, no kings. That was a bad idea. George III went crazy. Blah. Oh, yeah. King George III, he had vampire disease, what we would call, what is it? Porphyria. So he went mad. So he was mad at the time. So no king. Okay, we good. There we go. Informative. Okay, who's next? Abe Lincoln.
All right. First off, chat. Do you know any historical SCPs like U.S. history or anything else?
Preferably U.S. history, because
Yes, preferably U.S. history because that's what we have knowledge of. But if it's an interesting one on some other country's history, we'll read it. But I don't think we'll be able to give much info about it.
We've been doing this for 58 minutes, dear Lord.
Well, that's why I said we should do a stream instead of a video.
Oh my god. And while we're waiting, do you want to test me on what number of U.S. president? Like, give me a number and I get it. Because we're waiting on these people. I won't look at my poster, I swear.
No,
Pinky promise.
how about you talk about the SCP? Because I have some theories on this fucking SCP.
Yeah, like, he does not like the British. You can definitely tell. He was watching a British television where some...
Marshall, Carter, and Dark definitely did not make him. They're definitely... Because they're normally... They basically trade in anomalous stuff, but they don't make it. They just, like, get it from other people and distribute it. They're just a bunch of rich assholes who just kind of take anomalous stuff and sell it. That is their entire thing. So I'm very curious what the hell they were going to do with this thing.
Yeah.
Who are they going to find to buy a living George Washington robot?
A lot of people.
That apparently was the president.
Probably the government.
No, they wouldn't sell to the government. They don't deal with the government. They deal with rich families and shit.
Probably someone who doesn't like the British.
They're basically the black market. They're an anomalous black market dealer. Hence why they're named Marshall, Carter, and Dark. But yeah, Durand though, that is a name that I
Oh,
that feels like I remember it. He might be an anomalous tech maker. Maybe one of the anomalous tech manufacturers. 'Cause there are a good few of those.
hold on.
What?
I'm looking up something because it was familiar to me.
Dude, Durand?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's familiar to me too. I don't know if it's from Foundation or if it's from like a real life thing. Because this could definitely be connected to other anomalies.
Well, there is a Durand in history that had to do with a painting he did. I think that's the painting that's like in the White House now. Asher B. Durand was a painter. He painted, I guess, the presidents and painted a lot. Yeah, he was a painter that
Was he
painted.
French?
I'm looking currently.
Apparently, this one's from France.
No, he was not. But there is a Durand in history that is connected to
Hmm.
George Washington.
Maybe in this universe, it was he was an anomalous tech maker. Wait, why can I highlight the words Marshall Carter and Dark here? Oh, because it's just gonna bring me. Wait, what? Marshall Carter and Dark, New York City, London, Hong Kong. When did that happen? This is
Yeah,
much different from the last time I visited Marshall Carter and Dark's page. They upgraded it. I kind of like the look though.
I knew that name sounded familiar, and I couldn't figure out why.
Why do rich people care about making money? The poor certainly need to care about doing so. When does when one's resources are only enough to scrape by, money is all that matters. It is important for the middle class as well, looking after their spouses, their children. There is a culture of dependence that weighs them down. The rich want to make money because they can always become richer. I love how that is literally the main thing of Marshall Carter and Dark. The rich can get richer. That is their entire
Okay,
thing.
so I think we should do the Abe Lincoln one because I like that one.
Okay, I need to remember the fucking number. Problem.
Hold on. 6232.
Is it Sexcepus Tyrannus?
Oh, fucking no.
That's the one I know. Okay, so you said 6232?
Yeah, that's what it says here, but
When lilacs last and the doorway bloomed?
what the fuck?
And the dooryard bloomed? In the world?
I don't know. I just looked it up and said the Abraham Lincoln fucking
There's
SCP.
Abraham Lincoln. What the hell is this? How many Abraham Lincoln SCPs are there?
Fuck. Okay, do you want me to read this one? I kind of want to read
Good
one.
God, this is loud. This is long. Holy shit.
So you need a fast reader. Okay.
Okay, let me read this first bit because you're not going to be able to pronounce half the fucking words on this.
Will I can read shit here.
Oh, really? What is this one with the blue bit here?
Where?
What is the name of this?
The blue? Oh, hold on. I can't see. Vlam? Fucking Vlam? That's not hard.
Alright.
Really? You think I couldn't read that?
Pronounced Vlam, but
Blom, whatever.
Which I'm pretty
Blom
sure.
noted. You listed.
That's the other thing that I thought you might not be able to pronounce. Euclid.
What the fuck? Ew. That word sounds gross. Hey, random. Guess what? Guess what? You got your wish.
Okay, I'm gonna read this first. The name and description class stuff. Item SCP-6232. Cut. Security level 3, confidential. Containment class, Euclid. Disruption class, Vlam. Risk class, Notice.
Okay. That's okay. Is it my turn? No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me position it in a way that's easier to read. There.
Okay. I am a fast reader. Can't keep up? Slow it down for you later. Because this is very long and we want. We take another drink.
Next one, I want to find 6 Cypress Tyrannus, because that one's a funny one.
Are we all ready? Yes, yes, all ready? Okay. I
Yeah.
don't care. You're behind? Okay. Special containment procedures SCP-6232 is implanted with a tracking device and is currently housed within a standard humanoid containment chamber in Site 400. SCP-6232 is currently allowed Class 3 restricted socialization privileges with approved site personnel, granted based on continued good behavior and cooperation with Foundation personnel. Description. SCP-6232 is the designation given to a humanoid entity possessing a physical appearance identical to the late Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States of America, 1809 to 1865, measuring approximately 1.93 meters. Shut up. In height. Basically, he was 6'4". In height, and having a weight of around 82 kilograms. It was not fat, but him was up there. SCP-6232's internal body systems are consistent with those of a non-anomalous human, albeit its organs, with the exception of its brain and vocal cords, are completely functionless.
Oh.
SCP-6232's physical state deviates from non-anomalous humans in the following aspects: no requirement for food, water, or air, despite the presence of a digestive system and respiratory system. Modifications to its nervous system, such that pain sensitivity is nullified, meaning he don't feel pain. He don't feel that at all.
Yeah, he said nope. Nope.
Lack of hair follicles instead. Synthetic hair strands have been attached to SCP-6232's head and face, such that they resemble the late Abraham Lincoln's hair and beard. I mean, look at him, him fuzzy. That's fake, then.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna scroll down.
Get
Alright.
up. SCP-6232 is capable of speech and has been shown to exhibit signs of what the fuck? Sapient.
Sapience and sentience.
Sapient. And sentience. I know that word. SCP-6232 believes that it is a clone of the late Abraham Lincoln and has been awakened around the year 1920 by a group of unidentified occultists, meaning a cult wanted to bring him back to life, which, fun fact, they tried doing that.
This is probably based off of an actual thing that I almost happened or attempted to happen.
Occultists, in order to fight or combat an unknown extra normal threat.
Extra normal threat.
Shut up. I read it. At least I sounded it out. SCP-6232 has been shown to be very cooperative and friendly with Foundation personnel with whom it interacts. Which, fun fact, he was also known to be friendly in life.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. SCP-6232's anomalous ability is its capability to regenerate muscle and skin tissues, allowing it to recover from injuries and regrow organs. So basically, it's some type of fucking fish.
E.g., its heart its heart and lungs.
That had been removed from its body. Wounds and incisions on SCP-6232's body will regenerate around
Within
2 days.
around 2 days.
Shut up. Causation. That word. Shit.
After causation.
While regeneration requires up to around 1.5 weeks. SCP-6232's secondary anomalous properties, its ability to manifest a series of anomalous items, each designated as SCP-6232-1. Human subjects making direct skin contact with an instance of SCP-6232-1 will result in various degrees of burnt marks appearing on various parts of the subject's skin. Hopefully not the penis. However, SCP-6232 itself is immune to this effect. I gotta read all this. Shit.
Alright.
Okay.
I will read this addendum then.
I got this. It's just
You sure?
read the small little part and then I'll get the gray box.
Okay. Addendum 6232.1. SCP-6232-1 instances. The following is a complete list of instances of SCP-232-1 manifested by SCP-6232. There we go.
Okay. Item number SCP-6232-1A. Threat yellow. But fuck, I am
Threat level. Threat level yellow.
Shut up. A gladius type sword. A gladius is a type of Roman sword, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Approximately, shut up, 55 centimeters in length. Its hilt is composed out of fuck.
Patented? What?
Patinated oak wood. While its blade is composed entirely out of silver, when handled by SCP-6232, it is capable of burning any form of life from baseline reality upon being lacerated. So basically, it'll burn you out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
This effect is proven to apply to incorporeal and semi-corporeal beings who would otherwise have no physical body. Upon piercing a target, blue flames will begin to emanate from the sword. These flames will attempt to encircle the target, causing them to burn. The flames will slowly dematerialize after around 10 minutes upon laceration of a target. Ow! Containment protocols currently housed within Site 400 Anomalous Objects Locker.
Okay, so it's just fucking Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
Oh my god. on that note, I really like that movie. It's not a bad movie.
Never seen it. Just seen bits of it.
You can go to hell. Item number SCP-6232-1B. Threat level blue. Description: an oval-shaped silver pendant measuring approximately 5 centimeters in length. When worn by SCP-632, it will result in the pendant glowing a faint blue hue. Ooh, shit. Blue is its color. During this state, no human subjects can consciously take an action that will result in harm coming to SCP-6232. An action that would result in harm coming to SCP-6232 has been observed to consist of acts including attempting to assault SCP-6232, attempting to order other human subjects to assault SCP-6232, attempting to trick or deceive other human subjects into unknowingly assaulting SCP-6232. Containment protocols currently housed within Site-400's Anomalous Objects Locker 484. Attempts to recreate SCP-6232-1B are ongoing.
Of course, they're trying to remake it. Of course.
Yeah, because it's fucking awesome. Apparently,
Protection against harm.
yep. Item number SCP-6232-1C. Threat level orange. Description: a green spear-shaped object composed out of a ceramic-like material, meaning fucking vases. Multiple tests have shown that the object is completely indestructible, and when held by SCP-6232, it will result in human subjects in the immediate area to redacted per Protocol 6232 Iron Mole.
The fuck?
What the fuck? It redacted it. Containment protocols. Currently housed within a 5 cubic meter containment chamber. Only personnel possessing a level 6232 clearance are allowed to enter SCP-6232's 1C's chamber.
So that kills everything within a certain area around him.
Do we have to read all of this?
I mean, I'm reading this next bit.
Please. Because there is so much of this. I'll take up after.
Okay, SCP-6232.2 Discovery. SCP-6232's existence first became apparent on February 2nd, 2007, during a raid on Marshall Carter and Dark again? Distribution
Hold on.
warehouse in Belfast, Northern Ireland. During the raid, several documents were recovered describing the existence of an anomalous object located in the Newcrest region of Northern Ireland. Mobile Task
Fuck you,
Force
random.
Zafan 6, Pitch Black, was dispatched to secure the object, which was located below an abandoned warehouse. The following is an MTF recovery report. Now, what are you saying?
Random made a point. I am seeing a pitch black of redacted and data expunged.
Yes, it seems that what was the doctor that really liked to redact things? I think it was Greaves. I guess he didn't make it to this document.
Okay, sorry, you
Yes,
continue
make
now.
sure we have to read it all. Thank you, Random.
Oh, no, we don't.
Okay, SCP-6232's Recovery Report by Captain Yukaleski Torres.
Hold on, I will fucking figure out what you're trying to fucking read. Because I can read
It's
very
definitely not
well.
an American name, I can tell you that right now.
Where's it at?
Literally the captain's name, right here.
I can't fucking find it.
I'm
Here,
literally, my
hold on.
mouse is right below it. On the
Hold
stream.
up.
I know everyone can see it.
Uh, Yoko Siri Taurus. That's not hard. It's Russian.
You mispronounced it.
No, I didn't.
Yokolski. There's a K there, not an R.
I thought it was an R.
No, it's a K.
I can't fucking see. Your fucking stream's going a little tidbit thingy.
Well, there's really nothing I can do about that, sadly.
It's laggy.
We entered the warehouse, which was practically empty, save for a single metal hatch located in the middle of the warehouse floor. The warehouse's floor. Ah, English failing me. We opened the hatch, and it leads to a deep shaft, which we guessed was around 20 to 30 meters deep. We slowly climbed down through a metal ladder and found ourselves in a large concrete basement. It was full of torn pieces of clothing, and the walls are covered in disgusting moss and grime.
Ew.
There's also a weird symbol drawn on the wall, possibly depicting a flaming iron crown. On the far end of the basement was a large wooden crate with a paper note taped onto the crate itself. We quickly dragged bagged the note. I was gonna say I did not read that correctly. Bagged the note and were about to contact the containment teams when we heard a muffled voice emitting from the crate. We were reluctant to open the crate at first, but Simmons convinced us otherwise because he said it sounded like an old man that needed help or something. The crate was locked with a metal padlock, and Rodriguez used his lock picker. The padlock finally opened, and we slowly opened the crate. The inside was the inside was the anomaly, the entity that is the actual an entity that is the actual Abraham Lincoln or a copy of him, crouching in the corner and holding a small sword of some sort. We were all understandably pretty surprised and confused about this whole thing. We just stood there motionless for a few minutes. I broke the silence by ordering Rodriguez to contact the containment teams and tell them that we may have found the possible anomaly and that we need immediate extraction by HCT. We didn't dare touch him, except Simons, who helped him out of the crate. We didn't speak for a while before we heard this HCT rolling in front of the warehouse. Okay. The following is the note that was taped on the wooden crate in the warehouse. Mr. Drake, this crate was recovered on a shipwreck that used to belong to one of our suppliers. Documents recovered from the wreck seem to suggest that the crate itself was found in a former military bunker in Canterbury, Britain, that was used prominently during the Second World War. We investigated the bunker and found multiple photographs of American and British soldiers shaking hands and standing beside an individual that shares a similar look to Abraham Lincoln. There was also a letter that says that the same individual was found wandering the empty streets of London. I ordered our men to recover the crate immediately, as I thought it might hold some interest to you. With regards, N.D. Heckerman. P.S. I'm not sure if you will show any interest to this, but I'll tell you anyhow. When we were investigating the cause of the shipwreck, we found some very peculiar things. That there were large dents on the side of the ship, and multiple unknown, possibly anomalous species of flora were found in the captain's cabin. There were also strands of long black hair strewn about the ship. We took some samples, but the results are inconclusive. Oh, hey, Turtle. This is actually good timing. I was actually reading Unknown's Backyards wiki for a YouTube video. Oh, nice. Okay, addendum 6232.3, interview log. Hey, do we want to read this together?
No, hold on. Let me get back to it.
Interview log.
I'm getting back to it. Hold on. Okay. I guess I'm being Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, interview SCP-6232. Interviewer, Dr. Bellatrix Fuller. Why is he named after Bellatrix Lestrange?
What the fuck? How do you know Bellatrix could be a girl? Bellatrix Fuller could be a girl.
Sorry, they. Fine.
But yeah, better.
No,
Better.
why are they named after Bellatrix Lestrange? Is my question.
Hold on, let me look this up before we begin.
Forward. The following interview took place a week after SCP-6232 was processed by containment specialists and has been explained the the basic aspect and reason of its containment at Site 400. Okay.
Okay, hold up. Doing.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it's
Huh?
probably a dude. I'm getting back to it. It's just I would look up Dr. Bellatrix Fuller. So.
They're not a real person.
Oh my God! It says madam. It was a girl. Okay, ready? Go.
Okay. Dr. Fuller enters the room. Hello, SCP-6232. How are you?
As fine as I can ever be, dear madam.
Dr. Fuller sits down.
What
That's
is CC?
that's good to hear. Are you comfortable with your stay here?
It's a bit dull, I must not lie, but I usually pass the time playing chess with Captain Taurus and Simmons. Though I have discovered a most peculiar game called table tennis. Fuck! Sorry, hurt my wrist when I first played it.
I guess I'll tell the purpose of my visit here. I'm here to ask you some questions regarding your origins, if you don't mind, of course. That's you.
I know, I'm trying something. Anyways, oh, I won't mind at all. I'll try my best to answer.
Great. What do you remember before we found you in the crate at the warehouse?
You mean my earliest memory?
Sure.
Well, I remember myself floating in the darkness. There was nothing around me but voidless space and empty stars. It felt like I was underwater, yet I don't think I was drowning. Instead, I felt like I wanted to stay in the void, to stay in it for eternity. And that's exactly when I was awakened.
Awakened.
It's hard to describe the experience, but it felt like the void has left me, and reality has come to finally flood my mind exactly like waking up.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll down it. Hmm. I see. Please continue.
I woke up and found myself seated on a wooden chair. I was within a dimly lit room with the only light source a single bulb above my head. I looked around and saw that I was surrounded by a large group of unusually tall men wearing long, flowing, black hooded robes.
Do you recognize any of these men?
No, they were wearing these strange, faceless masks, like mirrors. Then one of them, the tallest of them all, whispered to me in a monotone voice.
What did it say?
It said that I have been successfully created by all of them, and that I am merely a vague reflection of a great leader and virtuous man named Abraham Lincoln, who unfortunately was killed 50 years ago. Wait, hold on. Yeah? I asked them, what was their purpose for creating me, if I remember correctly? They answered with, you were created by us to live up to your predecessor and protect America and the world from the three horrors of mankind.
The three horrors? What's that?
That's exactly what I asked them. They explained that the three horrors are dark ancient beings as old as the void itself that spawn from the deepest parts of Neverwhere. The first one is the Nameless Horror, a human-like creature that can alter men's perception and thought. The second is the Sunless Horror, a large black-haired beast that can control the earth and trees around us. Sounds like fucking nature.
Mm-hmm.
And the third and most dangerous of the three is the Bloodless Horror, a dark creature corrupted by rituals and death that can manipulate time and space itself. Oh my fucking god.
That's
Fortunately,
just a god.
they said that all of them are dormant for now. The Nameless Horror is trapped in an infinite limbo. The Sunless Horror has its own mind against it, and the Bloodless Horror is currently non-existent. But one day all of them will come together, and will attempt to finally overtake the world of man.
Scroll down again. Huh. Very interesting.
I know this seems like a nonsense story tale made up for children, but for some reason I believe them. And they then said, it's like say, that there are others like me, other vague reflections of great heroes and virtuous warriors from all the ages. They said that They said that I should try to the best of my abilities to find them.
Have you found any of them?
Not yet, unfortunately.
I honestly don't know what to think of this.
Most people don't. After they told me this, I suddenly, what's the word? Fell asleep again? The next thing I know, I was in an alleyway in a small town in Plymouth. I lay low for a while, before I decided to go north towards Nottingham. I stopped for a while in London when a group of British soldiers saw me and decided to escort me towards an underground bunker.
That does line up with what we know so far. So, what are the SCP-6232-1 instances?
You mean the sword and the necklace and the weird round thing? I didn't even know if you know the word weird. Those mysterious men didn't tell me anything about them, but I presume they were there to protect me of some sort.
Well, it seems that all of my questions have been answered, even questions that weren't asked. Thank you for your time and cooperation, SCP-6232. Dr. Fuller gets up.
Oh, it's quite right, really, dear madam. I am happy to. You should join us in our games of chess and table tennis, Doctor. With me and Captain Taurus, if you have time, of course.
Thank you for the offer, SCP-6232. I'll try to find the time. Dr. Fuller exits the interview room. Okay, hold on. Before we move on, I'm gonna have to check what these are. These are links. Those are probably other SCPs. Okay, hold on. Let's finish this first, then I'm gonna check what the fuck those SCPs are. Closing statement. Note for site director Adam Desmond. After this interview, I have ordered that multiple Foundation web crawlers be programmed to search, analyze, and report any mention of individual processing similar personalities and facial characteristics to famous world leaders, political figures, rights campaigners, scientists, and other influential individuals of such. SCP-6232's statement that there is more like it may be false or even entirely true. Either way, I'm not taking any chances. Addendum 6232.4 Instant Log 1. An instant log. What happened? On March 7th, 2008, Field Agent Kalar Poyo, a Foundation sleeper agent that has been successfully integrated into the Federal Bureau of Investigations Unusual Incidents Unit. Oh, the UIU. We're getting reference to the UIU now. Okay. contacted personnel and Site 400 through a secure channel with the following message. To secure channel SCPF Site 400. I'm not even going to read all that.
Secure terminal from secure and FBI UIU at Highwayman 83. UIU caught new can man square
cubed.
It looks similar to John Brown, which is a dude that is connected to Abraham Lincoln, connected to SCP-6232, which is true. In real life, they were connected somehow.
Awaiting orders? There was also an encrypted data file attached to the message. The file has been subsequently decrypted and can be seen below. Level 4623 clearance to Level 46232 clearance required. Immediately after this message was sent and subsequently reported, Director Adam Desmond was about to conduct a formal negotiation term with the UIU when Agent Poya sent another message to Site 400's personal 4 hours later that reads, "Oh, Canman escaped custody. UIU currently in pursuit. Last seen coordinates. Coordinates redacted. Catch it before they do. Mobile Task Force Apollo 88, the dark side of the moon, was immediately dispatched to the location of given coordinates, which seems to suggest that the anomaly is within an abandoned office building in Queens, New York. The following is the MTF's field report." Okay.
Okay, I've already taken a drink.
This?
I'm reading this because it is very fucking long.
Yep. MTF Apollo 88 field report 638. There you go.
Date 8/3/2008. Personnel involved. Members of what the fuck? FT Apollo 88 Alpha T. APL 88 Albert T. Team leader. APL 88 crew. APL 88 Ebner. APL 88 Grader. Report body at approximately 12:07 hours. Shut up. We arrived outside of the abandoned office building. We were met with a few UIU operative agents guarding the outside of the building's entrance. We told them we were sent by the Foundation to recapture and possibly contain the anomaly into our possessions. The operatives said that we were allowed to enter just as long as we avoid doing anything drastic. At 12:09 hours, we geared up and quickly entered the building. The abandoned building was divided into 3 separate floors with a single underground maintenance basement underneath. Me and crew went up to probe over the 2nd and 3rd floor while Ebner and Grader investigates the ground level and the basement. We found nothing out of the ordinary within the 2nd floor, so we moved on to the 3rd level. There we discovered several ripped clothing with several of them belonging from around the 1800s era. There were no signs of recent activity, but something was off. At 12:21 hours, me and crew heard 2 gunshots coming from the basement. We immediately rushed downstairs as quickly as possible. The basement was pitch dark, so we turned on our flashlight. The first thing I saw was a body on the ground. It was Ebner. He was lying in a pool of blood, unmoving. Help! It was Grader's voice. This fucking bastard broke my hand and shot Ebner. Yeah. We pointed our lights to the corner where the voice was coming from. First, we saw Grader down on the floor, his right hand limp. Right next to him, there was what we assumed to be the anomaly, an entity resembling of that of John Brown. He was wearing a biker's jacket, jeans, and cowboy boots. He held a smoking revolver on his right arm, ready to shoot. It was surreal. "Drop the gun," I shouted, while pointing my gun at the entity. "Shoot him!" cried Grader when Me and Ebner came down. He disarmed us, took away our guns. He kept staring at Ebner, and then he just shot him. He killed him like a goddamn dog. Drop the gun. This is your last warning. I noticed there was something unsettling about the entity. A weird grin appeared upon his face. He looked at his gun as if he were considering his options. For a moment, I feared he wanted to do something stupid, but he lowered the weapon. I'm not your enemy, he shouted, voice deep and weirdly charming. You just killed my man over there, I replied. I signaled to crew to contact the containment teams. Hell, fuck, he was not even your man. Hell, he was not even human. Look at him. I instructed crew to keep an eye on him while I checked Ebner's body. The body looked like an ancient mummy. The flesh had dried and acquired a gray discoloration. Weirdest of all, Ebner's face somehow disappeared, leaving only a faceless corpse. Careful, crew, I shouted. I think the gun may be anomalous. My gun had nothing to do with this. Your foundation has been compromised. You have been infiltrated by horrors unimaginable, the entity shouted at me. Shut up and drop your weapon. So be it, said the entity. He sighed and put the gun inside his holster. He then pulled out fedora from his jacket with a swift motion. He put it over his head. Gentlemen, he said as the fedora crowned his head, he slowly disappeared just like that. Me and crew just kept staring at the place the entity once stood. Grader was howling like a madman. Ebner was dead, and we all had been been defeated by a fedora wearing John Brown. Hold on. Let me take a drink.
Hello, Anderson. Well, so wait, so so the horrors are trying to infiltrate the SCP Foundation with
Yep.
faceless entities that can take the form of other people. Do you mean that?
Yeah, it was mentioned earlier. Jump scare at jump scare. What the fuck?
Anderson's here. I know trouble.
Okay, hello, people. Hello.
Yes, hello. God, this one
Okay.
is long. How much longer do we have? Dear fuck. Okay, we're at the end. We're at the ending bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
I'll read this bit, and then we'll go to the interview log. So the next one is an incident log, which is going to be more back and forth. The body of Agent LP-88 Ebner was scheduled for an examination by forensics lab at Site 400. However, the on-site coroner reported that the body was never delivered to them. It is suspected an administrative error may have sent the body to incineration instead of forensics. Investigation on the matter is still ongoing. Uh-oh. Instant log 2. On May 9th, 2021, Site 400 experienced a total power failure resulting in a massive site-wide blackout. Fortunately, Site 400's backup generators were able to still power the west side of the facility, which is where the Euclid and Keter class abnormality. The fucking Euclid and Keter class containment chambers are located. God, my brain could not fucking read that. Why are there ads in the middle of the stream? YouTube, that's why. Personnel in area of 140, a small Foundation facility located 8 kilometers from Site 400, were immediately contacted and instructed to aid in efforts to restore power to SCP to Site 400. I see numbers. I immediately start saying SCP. Security footage recovered from the west side of Site 400 shows Site Director Adam Desmond entering SCP-6232's containment chamber. The following video footage of the event. The following is the video footage of the event. Incident log 6232 footage. The end log. Footage shows SCP-6232 within the containment chamber, sitting on a bed and putting multiple chess pieces into a small sack. During this, Director Desmond appeared in the hallway and quickly approaches SCP-6232's chamber. He proceeds, possesses a Foundation Level 3 keycard and uses it to open the containment door. SCP-6232 notices and stands up from its bed. Director Desmond enters SCP-6232's chamber and relocks the containment door.
Okay.
Right, you playing the SCP or?
Yeah. I'm gonna be the SCP's probably.
Right.
Director Dib. Surprised to see you here.
Director Desmond slowly approaches SCP-6232. Why would you be surprised?
Well, you were always so busy that you never actually visited me once. Damn, meanie!
I'm here now, aren't I?
Why are you here, Director Desmond?
Answering that would be complicated. A very time-consuming SCP-6232. All you need to know is that you're not safe here, and you need to come with me.
What? Why?
It's easier if I show you instead. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Director Desmond stands up straight and closes his eyes. Various glowing, unknown blue occult symbols begin appearing around Director Desmond. Surrounding him, these symbols seem to cause Director Desmond to undergo an unknown transfiguration process, turning him into a tall, hairless, gray-skinned humanoid entity that lacks any facial features. After that process was completed, the occult symbols slowly dematerialize. SCP-6232 sees this, quickly takes a step back.
My God! What are you? What have you done with the real Director Desmond?
Unfortunately, there was no Director Desmond in the first place. SCP-6232. I was ordered to integrate myself into this organization.
That man from the building. He said the Foundation was compromised.
And he was right. They are compromised by creatures like me.
Wait, creatures like you. How many of you are there?
There's at least 3 sleeper agents in each facility, and every one of them takes the form of Foundation personnel, including me. Points itself.
Why are you telling me this? What do you want from me?
Look, I was ordered by my superiors to kill you. You and the ones like you possess a significant threat to my overlords.
Your overlords? Do you mean the 3 horrors?
Great, you're catching on quick.
Then why haven't you killed me?
Let me tell you something. When I was tasked to infiltrate the Foundation, I needed a flawless and believable cover. Humans need to connect to each other. It's in their nature. So I found a woman with a little girl. For 10 years, I pretended to be a loving husband and a caring father, until one day, I just stopped pretending.
You mean you...
I know what the horrors would do to them, to all of humanity, and I just cannot allow that.
Then what should we do now?
Unfortunately, we have been too slow, and the others have already taken notice of my betrayal. They've already sent another one to kill you. We have no other option but to fight. Director Desmond materializes an object from his right hand. The object in question is SCP-6232-1A. He hands it to SCP-6232. I hope you remember how to use this. An abrupt noise is suddenly heard. Director Desmond and SCP-6232 turn to look at the containment door. A loud banging noise begins to emanate from the door before it suddenly bursts open entirely. An amorphous blob of gray muscle is seen floating in the doorway, forming from the blob multiple appendages resembling serpentine entities start growing. SCP-6232 wields SCP-6232-A-1-A with both of its hands and takes a combat stance. Transmission lost.
Fuck, that's juicy as fuck.
That is such a cool sounding fight scene too. God damn it!
Oh my god, we need to find the board of this one.
When Foundation personnel came to investigate the site of the incident, no trace of SCP-6232, Director Desmond, or the mysterious blob could be recovered. By order of Classification Committee, SCP-6232's containment cell class has been reclassified and updated to uncontained. The final addendum is access denied. Level 3 Iron Mole clearance is required. Oh, I bet he's hunting down all the moles.
Oh my god.
They probably have him still. Oh wait, it is here. Oh, it's a clickable. I did not realize that. Welcome, 05-5. That is this is such an interesting one. Oh, I like this one.
I love this. It's so juicy. We need to find more.
Audio log blank 325. I'm gonna have to scroll up and see what the horrors actually are because they're hyperlinks. The names, which means that they probably lead to the actual SCPs. Okay. Oh, it's another log. Okay. Do you want to be right or do you want to be the second person or the first person?
I'll be the right.
The second or first? My brain is not comprehending right and left right now.
The first.
What?
The first one.
Okay, so you start.
We have some bad news.
What is it?
It's Desmond. He defected. We ordered him to finally kill the reflection, but instead, he told it everything about the infiltration. We sent in Simmons to finish the job. They killed him and escaped somewhere. We're still looking into it.
Oh, Simmons was the thing. Oh.
Fuck! Ew!
Crap. I knew we couldn't trust Desmond. That son of a bitch. So, who's the new site director of 400 now that Desmond's gone?
The temporary replacement for now is Assistant Director Benjamin Moore.
Get someone to take his place. We shall still proceed with the plan. There are other reflections we still haven't caught yet.
I'm on it, sir.
Oh, and Rodriguez?
Yes, sir.
Be careful out there. We don't want what happened to Ember to happen to us.
Of course.
And Log. Okay, so yeah, there's probably gonna be hunting. Hold on, why is this a hyperlink? Oh, because that's how you close it. Oh. Hold on. There's also another. Is there a hyperlink under a hyperlink? No. It's just being weird. Okay, back up. Where is the thing where he's talking about the horrors? Because we can find out exactly what they are. Okay, the nameless horror is... What the fuck is this?
Oh, hell no.
What is this? Is this SCP-4000? Hold on.
Oh! This is that good. I'm literally...
Yeah, it's taboo. It's SCP-4000. Okay, so SCP-4000 is one of the horrors. It's the nameless one.
Fuck, the Sunless Horror, SCP-1000. Shit. They're already SCP. SCP-140 is
Why would
the
the Sunless Horror be SCP-1000?
Bloodless Horror. Is SCP-140. What
Ow.
fuck? This was juicy.
What is
Like
140? Alright. Oh, the database. Yeah, it's the database. Okay, the one that doesn't make sense is 1000,
just go with it.
being the Sunless Horror. I mean, they are the fucking SCP-1000 in it's Bigfoot. And in SCP lore, it is basically a counterpart to humanity. That
That makes damn sense.
basically they ruled the Earth before us, and we
That
wiped
makes
them out
that
and
makes
erased
damn
their
sense.
memory.
So the second one, right? SCP-1000 is
Yeah.
based on nature and stuff. Do
Yes,
you get it now?
because their entire that it does make some sense because their entire technology was bio biomechanisms and basically making machinery out of biology.
That's awesome. I am fucking like
They
this is. I'm drooling.
Yeah, SCP-1000 is very interesting. I love SCP-1000.
How long have we been streaming for? Because we already got 7 likes out of this.
We've been streaming
Okay.
for an hour 56.
Are we gonna end it in a couple? After my rant. Who are you? Speak your words. I want to poke some fun at the chat. What? I have a right to speak some words. Speaky the wordies. But that Abraham Lincoln one has got me like it's just so juicy.
Random?
Like
Random's last thing. It's
no.
simply because you are poor and don't have YouTube Premium. Insert a rich laugh here.
You did not poke fun at the chat because I can. All right, my turn because it is my turn
Yes.
to give about Abraham Lincoln. Here we go,
Let's
children.
give us some
You
facts
shut
about
up.
Abraham.
Let me grab my. Sorry if you hear all that. That is my poster of American presidents. Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865. Yeah, fun. Because he was murdered in 1865. That's why his presidency. He could have went for 8 years, but no, he decided to get kapooied. Yeah. Anyway, he was born poor. Everybody knows that if you're well on American history. He was
Yes.
born poor to his mom and his dad, and they lived in a fucking small ass cabin. He had hold on, let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. Robert, who was I think the only one to live to adulthood. I believe so. Yeah, he was the Robert Todd Lincoln lived to 1926. So there's possibly there's possibly some people still alive that are related. And Tad Lincoln, which he's fucking famous. He was 18. Tad's one of the most famous out of the kids. Anyways, blah blah blah. I'm rambling. He was born in Kentucky. Yeah, Chicken State. I think. He died in Peterson House, Washington D.C., which was across from Ford's Theater, where he was assassinated.
Yep.
Yeah, and get this: he lived 9 hours after he was shot in the back of the head, where most people would have been already dead by the time that it hit the brain.
He was a stubborn man.
Poor. I mean, the dude was suffering. I mean, he was unconscious, so he wasn't really suffering.
Yeah.
dead. Yeah. And his last words were interesting because he said she will think nothing of it or whatever. Fuck. Yeah. That was a response to his wife asking, "What will she think of me hanging on to you so much?" One of their friends who was right next to him. He's like, "No, it ain't not her business. She'll think nothing of it. It's none of her business." Then, like 10 minutes later, boom, back of the head, dead. And he has a current house that's still standing, surprisingly,
Well, yeah, it was probably like
in,
historical.
in Springfield, Illinois, the home that he literally lived in most of the time. When, oh yeah, I forgot about this. As soon as he left home, because he learned by himself, he taught himself everything. He didn't even like go to college. I think. I think he did, but like he did it by himself. He
Yeah.
constantly said this: "I am a self-made man." Which he does not credit any of his family, and he does not like talking about home. If you asked him during his time of living, he will tell you no. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, him was assassinated. He was the first president to assassinate it, other than, wait, hold on. Yep, Garfield, McKinley, and Kennedy were the only other presidents assassinated. Hopefully, no more. Yeah, which there has been assassination attempts on most U.S. presidents, including Donald J. Trump,
Well, yeah.
Ronald Reagan, Gerald R. Ford. Yeah, so that's about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, there is one other recipe, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Anyway.
And it might be too long for us to read because we've been doing this for like
Yeah.
2 hours.
Also, it's just another Abraham Lincoln one. I'll summarize it because I do remember it. It's basically Abraham Lincoln, but he was a T-Rex.
The fuck?
He was a species of T-Rex that was had an ability that tricked people into thinking he was just a person. And John Wilkes Booth was a Spinosaurus
What the hell?
that shot
But
him in
yeah,
the back of the head.
nothing got political. I just said Donald J. Trump. That's his name. The fuck? But yeah, because I whispered it because some people are gonna be argumentative, so I chose to be subtle about it, but it wasn't really subtle. Shit. Anyways, yeah, Abraham Lincoln, Kapooey in the head. They found John Wilkes Booth like I think a week later and Kapooeyed him as well. I think they
Yeah.
also lit him on fire, burned his cabin down. It was funny.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they did that. They also hunted down his posse of cohorts.
Yeah,
God, this was a long article. Huh? Wait, what is
that was.
this? 6232, A Night in the Woods.
Yeah, but I was bringing up the fact that some people who were, I was bringing up assassination attempts. I brought up several other presidents.
Oh shit!
What?
This one links to a. It links to a Parawatch Wiki article. I just realized at the bottom there was another link. I thought it was just the go to the next SCP thing, but no. But yeah, it links to a a Parrot Watch wiki. Is there like more follow-up? There might be more follow-up. Oh, it's a story chain. It does have a continuation.
Oh my god. We're reading this next time we do another stream.
Frankly, I might just read it off screen for a bit.
No! This is for everybody, not just you.
Wait, I've been streaming for like 2 hours and my voice is starting to go as well. But yeah,
Also, Random got his wish. It's an Oblivion takeover this week.
yes, this was part of the Oblivion takeover, yes.
Especially because I got to talk about US presidents. I probably gotta go put up these books.
Yeah. And we split it with SCPs because SCPs are always cool.
And that's literally your YouTube channel name, SCP Slayer. How do you kill all those SCPs? You can't slay all of them.
Watch me when reality bends to my will. Anyway.
I'm a fucking SCP that's not dangerous, but loves humanity.
Viva la revolution.
Viva la
Right.
revolution! Hold on, let me try that again. Viva la revolution!
Or IE, whichever is the right one.
It's le. It's le. It's it's le.
Pretty,
But
yeah, pretty sure.
it's okay. You don't know French.
You don't know Frenchie.
Leave me alone.
Anyway, we're gonna end this one here since my voice is dying. Anyway, everyone did enjoy. If you're joining the ranks at Speed Foundation, don't shoot the like button, slay those comments, and contain the subscribe button. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next video, live stream, whatever next. Peace, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace.